This is my commute to work.
Hi, my name's John.
My name is Carlos.
Hi, I'm Rich.
I'm Ben Stevens.
Matt Seeley. I've been working at home for approximately 10 years.
For several years now.
15 years.
Or almost 20 years now.
21 years.
For about 15 years.
This is my office.
In the summer, I'm working out on my deck, looking out over the forest, over the gardens. In the winter, I've got a wood stove, which is sort of like its own little living creature that I tend to. That gives me warmth.
I've got a great view of a beautiful forested area that I'm able to live in because I don't have to live in a big city tech hub.
There are great people working with great skills that are not in what you would consider the traditional tech hub centers of the world.
When I was growing up, my mom worked at home, so it always seemed really natural to me to work from home rather than to go into an office.
People are really concerned with whether or not I wear pants at work. Yes, I'm wearing pants.
Not really a pantyhose type of person.
If you got a shirt tugging at you, you don't need, some office shirt bringing your game down.
My hair's a little wet. I'm not wearing any makeup. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about my wardrobe.
But there are times, clearly not today, but there are definitely times when I dress for work.
I have my laptop, my external hard drive.
Not only am I not chained to a physical office, I'm not even chained to a general locality.
Right now, I'm in my apartment in Berlin, Germany.
Since I work for Art&Logic, I've moved several places in the country.
The other half of the year, I literally work out of one of these along the northwest coast.
From New Mexico to Washington State, and now I live in Maine.
I'm also a musician, so there have been times where I've done conference calls from the green room backstage.
You can't beat the commute.
At a younger point in my career, I spent 3 hours a day commuting on a train. That was misery.
Right now, my commute is about 4 steps.
I don't have a 2-hour commute every day.
Tether from this one when we're camping. Illustration tablet, headphones for conference calls.
Be there for your pets so that they don't get neurotic while you're gone all day.
I get to watch my fish.
I like working by myself, just my cat around.
How cool is that?
There's always the challenge of working with cats.
There have been instances for me when I've worked far more. My son pounding on the wall. Focus is actually another thing that I think about a lot.
The hidden underside of working from home. It's super easy to wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and at 6:45 just go to check a couple emails, and then find 4.5 hours later that I'm still working and have not showered yet.
What is work? Is it a place that you go, or is it a thing that you do?
I'm an introvert. I hate parties.
I also am a member of a co-working space, so when I feel like I've been home a lot, when I feel like being social, I can go there. It's downtown, about a 15-minute walk. Sort of like having co-workers without, actually working with them.
You have no longing to return to coworkers having loud conversations on their phone.
Hey, you got that TPC report?
If you're working in an office, it can be hard to focus just because there are other people there who want to talk to you or who have ideas they want to share. Whereas working on one's own, it can be difficult to focus just because of the seeming abundance of time.
Let me do my thing.
I think there is an easy way to assume that if you're working at home, it means that you have plenty of free time.
If I want to take a break and play with my kids a bit, I can. And my office is right there.
Spending time with my family is also a very key part of why I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
The structure of the distributed company allows me to showcase my best skills in an arena that is classically dominated by extroverts. So I'm able to sort of end around some of the classic sales and account management kind of personality.
For me, the whole part about actually being at home has never been the major attraction.
There was no real separation between the office and the rest of the house. The stress that I'd be dealing with at work would bleed into our home life.
Working in a distributed company is also very, but maybe subtly different from the idea of telecommuting. And as long as I've been working from home and hearing people joke about my pants, I've been hearing people with horror stories about how they tried telecommuting and it didn't work. It was a disaster. Jim was off someplace out in the woods, not wearing pants again. And it just didn't work. He was not part of the team. He was disconnected. And the thing I like about working in a fully distributed company is there's no center that you're not a part of.
It's been great in terms of finding the things that really nourish me outside of work.
My colleagues feel very much like sort of real close colleagues and friends at times with some people.
Isolation has been a little bit of a challenge.
We don't always have that face-to-face time that most other offices would.
The checkout person might wonder why I'm so chatty.
It's funny when I have conference calls, people ask me, "Where are you today?"
Mostly dancing.
That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.